welcome to another Q&A segment on Home Truth Nigeria. Today I want to run the episode 12 on this segment just to answer a few questions that I saw after I think the video released I think yesterday or 2 days ago. So without wasting much of our time, let us go there. So a lady asks, what do you mean you can't stop a Nigerian man from cheating? Now, this is not the first time I have made this statement, and I'm glad someone caught this and decided to ask what I meant by this. Now, before I say anything, I need to clear this part out. I wasn't implying that your Nigerian man would cheat on you. Rather, I was only trying to say that you can't not stop a Nigerian man from cheating if he's hell bent on cheating on you. And that's the truth. You can't do anything to stop a Nigerian man if he wants to cheat on you. And this is what I was basically trying to say. Now, I have met ladies who feel like, dating a Nigerian man, it's kind of like a bittersweet feeling. They love the way the Nigerian man speaks to them and the way he makes them feel loved and cherished. At the same time, it's like dancing on the tooth of a shark. They know it's risky. They understand this because of the negative stereotype associated with Nigerian. So what some of these ladies they do is that they try to see how they can do their best to make sure that this Nigerian man doesn't cheat. So what they do is they start monitoring him. Some ladies would call at random hours, morning, afternoon, night. They will make video calls, they'll text him just to get his reaction. In fact, there are some ladies who would even call in the midnight when he's sleeping, and and he just to make sure that he hadn't brought any woman home. And I'm not kidding you. I've had this experience myself. The first Western lady I dated would allow me to on my Skype on every night, and she would put her Skype on so that she could just make sure there's no woman coming into my room at night. But you see, the truth of the matter is that doing all of this doesn't stop your Nigerian man from cheating if he, wants to cheat on you. And a lot of ladies are even losing, sleepless night. They are always on their phone because for whatever reason they've put this tracker that monitors the movement on the Nigerian man. So a lot of them uh, are losing sleep. They are totally losing sleep, and it's messing up their psyche, their mindset. And when I speak to a lot of ladies and I see, you know, certain measures women have gone to prevent their Nigerian men from cheating, I found it very funny and dumb because none of you can stop a Nigerian man from cheating if he actually wants to cheat. The point is, a lot of you underestimate the intelligence of a Nigerian man. A lot of you underestimate how intelligent Nigerians are. A lot of you underestimate it. You look at it like, oh, they're coming from Africa and love it. No, an average Nigerian is smart, like very smart. His brain is running faster than the time. So a lot of you underestimate that. And I always say the worst thing you would do is to go and spend your time, trying to minimize or control him from cheating. And because if you do that, if he wants to cheat, he will cheat. There is no amount of security or app that you would put to monitor this man that will stop him from cheating. If he wants to cheat, he would cheat. He will find a way around it. He would be so fast like flash. Your app or whatever security measures you've taken would not, detect it. And I always say to ladies, if you're somewhere dating a Nigerian man far, all you just need to do is to please pray to God and hope that you picked a decent and respectful man. And I'm very serious about it, that you actually picked a decent and respectful man, a man who is decent enough to respect you when he's a committed relationship with you. That is the best you can do. That's the best you can do, because it doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how rich, how sophisticated you are. You can be queen bee. It doesn't matter. If he wants to cheat on you, he would cheat on you. You just have to hope that this person you're with is decent and respectful and understands what it means to stay committed in a relationship. That's the best you can offer. So there is nothing you would do again that can prevent your Nigerian man from cheating on you if he wants to cheat on you. I hope this answers the question. So a lady made this comment. I would like to, ladies, I would like to know where you are meeting all these single African men, because all the African men that I know have wives. African men do not ask women for money, nor do they allow her to give them money. They spoil their women. If you have been dating for 4 years, then he has no intentions of marrying you. Your Nigerian guy should be teaching you his culture and taking you to where he's from. But sometimes it's not, because he wants to keep you separate. So this lady made this comment, and it was very reasonable comments. I was going through the comment section, and it did catch my attention. I just want to break down some of the things she said for the sake of clarity. And one of these is African men do not ask women for money, nor do they allow the woman to give money. So here's the thing: a typical African or Nigerian man is very proud, and his ego or ego, whatever you call it, would sometimes be on the way. This would never allow him, in most cases, you know, to ask a lady for money. Now, when a Nigerian man is really into a woman, and I'm speaking as a Nigerian, and he's attracted to this woman, his first thing he wants to do is to find a way on impressing this lady. That's the first thing. And he knows it's a letdown to meet a lady, and the next thing you're trying to find a way to collect money from her. He knows it's a letdown because it's not proper in our society. So he has the same mindset when he's meeting any lady. He knows it's absolutely frowned on. I mean, if you do that to a lady, immediately, the lady will just see like a gold digger, and then she will disappear. She'll see like a misfit. So his first aim is to impress you. But then again, if you guys are now dating, you familiarize yourself, you are serious about your relationship, about yourself. There's nothing hidden, there's no secret. There are times your Nigerian man could, I repeat, there are times some would not even bother to trouble you, but there are times when they know that, okay, you are capable, they know you're capable, they could ask you for assistance, and they are not coming to ask you to like give them the money. They would ask for a loan with a promise to return. Some would even go the extent of saying they would give interest to it. This only happens when this relationship is defined. So if you're dating a Nigerian man, you just getting to know him, and he's already asking you for money immediately. You guys have not, you're not serious, then you're absolutely with the wrong dude. This dude has no interest in you. Because why do I say so? He has no shame to ask you for money. For him not to have any shame to ask you for money, he's not interested in you. If he's interested in you, he's not going to ask you a dime, getting to know you. His aim would be how to impress you and not ask you for money. Another point she made is, if you have been dating for 4 years, then he has no intentions of marriage with you. So this depends on some factors. If a Nigerian man would date you for this long, then it depends on few factors. One of them is age. If, for instance, you're in your 20s and and you started dating a Nigerian man also in his 20s, or this Nigerian man you're dating is like within his early 30, then you guys could date for this period or 4 years. Because if you're very familiar with what is happening in Nigeria, the average age statistically where Nigerian men settle down is within 30 to 37 years. This is when Nigerian men, get married statistically. So there's a possibility that he could date you this long, depending on the age which you guys started dating, depending on that. Then another factor could be economy. One of the reasons that keep couples stuck together for a long time is economy. If this man doesn't have the means of getting married to you, renting an apartment that you both could stay and probably where in case you plan on having kids, uh, he wouldn't be able to get married to you because he doesn't have the means. So this is another reason that keeps a lot of couple uh, or lovers in Nigeria. And in fact, it would interest you to know that so many lovers in Nigeria, because of this, don't even end up together. Because there comes a stage where the lady would, prioritize a biological clock over waiting for the man. You could see a lady who is 29 and the next thing she's giving her boyfriend ultimatum. If you don't get married to me this year, I'm leaving you. I am not kidding. I have friends, I have seen that. I've seen that over and over. I had a friend who the girlfriend once gave him ultimatum till August. 1 year in August. If you don't get married to me this August this year, that is the end. And he couldn't. And the girl left. And today the girl is married to another person. And this has really, really, kept lovers apart. So this could be, one factor that, uh, has, that could keep a lot of Nigerians uh, to get far, you know, from getting married. So economy and age could affect or make you guys date a little bit longer. But if you're a lady and you're dating a guy for this amount of years and you know that he's mature enough in terms of age, he's got a job, a source of livelihood, and you can attest to that. And also, in addendum, you as a lady, you are ready to also pitch in to support, to contribute for the wedding, for looking for an apartment and all of this. And at the end of the day, this guy is not ready to do anything as regards to that. Then just understand that you are on the wrong track. He's not dating you because of he wants to be with you. He's just we call it in Nigeria, use you to hold body. How do I best explain it? So he just needs you as a plaything, as something for refreshment, if I could use better term for it. We call it hold body. So maybe he just needs you to be sleeping around with him, or maybe you to cook for him, clean for him, or maybe there's something he's benefiting from you. So if this is the case, then you're actually on the wrong track. And then the final thing I want to point out from what she said is that your Nigerian guy should be teaching you his culture and taking you to where he's from. But sometimes it's not because he wants to keep you separate. So this is very true. Your Nigerian guy should be doing this. He should be doing this. This is very true. And I want you guys to remember something. When we talk about culture, we're talking about language, we're talking about food and other things. And your Nigerian guy should, be gradually introducing you to some of these things, gradually making you to find interest in these things. And this also includes meeting people that are very important to him, family, friends, and all of this. And when you don't have any of this, you you're on your own. You're basically on your own, and that is the danger of dating in isolation and getting married in isolation. Because when you do this, this individual could wake up one day and disappear. You can't trace him to anywhere. So it's very, very important. And the last question I want to answer is, how do I investigate my Nigerian husband who lives in Nigeria? Now, my own question to you is, how do you marry someone and then you automatically, after marrying the person, you start investigating him? Isn't that like jumping the gun? The ideal thing is to like investigate this person, have the coast clear, and then you proceed to marry the person. Because I can't help but wonder what is the essence of marrying somebody only for you to want to investigate this person and don't trust this person. One of my principles is that if you are not sure about somebody, no matter how gorgeous, no matter how beautiful, no matter how sweet, tantalizing this individual is, don't proceed to marry this person. If you don't trust him, don't go ahead to do anything. That is the truth. I've told a lot of ladies this and I never hear from them. They just would disappear because they don't like what I'm said. They just want me to put a remedy and sugarcoat it. No, I will tell you the truth. If you don't have trust on anybody, you have no business getting married to that person. Because I don't see the need of you getting married and then you all of a sudden uh start suspecting this person you've married too. Then you start suspecting like he's fake or maybe you've made a mistake. And for this reason, you would go hire a private investigator. Now, one thing about hiring private investigator in Nigeria is that the private investigator you hired in Nigeria could actually scam you and scam the guy who's going to investigate. Now, how does he do this? You will pay him for his services, right? And then he's going to call the guy and say, listen, this woman, your wife, contacted me to investigate you. But I need you to say to me, and I will keep my mouth shut. I'll tell her good things about you. And then he calls his price. The guy gives him the money, and he tells you, "Oh, he's a nice man, very hardworking. He's so nice. He's diligent. No, no, no. He's not talking to any woman. He's at home, 247. And all of this. And then you're excited. He could do a job on you. That's the truth. But if you still insist that okay, you've married this man, that's what it is, you're married. You still insist you really want to know who this person you've married to. My number one advice is to travel, pay him a surprise visit. A lot of you have spoken to me about this, and I've told you travel. One of my very good friends, who is a subscriber, we talk almost every day on WhatsApp. She's traveling to Nigeria. She's in her 60s. She's going to Nigeria to discover things herself. She's done everything. And I always say to you, if you have to do this, please travel. If you're scared of going alone, go with a friend. You know, how do you do this? It's very simple. Book your flight, book your hotel, arrive in the Lagos Muritala Mohammed International Airport. The moment you settle in your hotel, call the dude, ask him where he is, tell him to come to Lagos. Give him your hotel address. He comes to your hotel. The moment he comes, the next day, we are going home. I want you to take me to your home. Pack your bag, pack your luggage, and travel. Travel in the bus, take flight. I don't care. Go meet your husband's people. You must know your husband people. In Africa, you don't marry in isolation. If you go into marry in Africa, you don't marry in isolation. Africans never marry alone. It's a taboo for you to marry alone in Africa. No African would marry themselves alone. Impossible. So you have done your wedding, you've wedded this guy, you're recognized by the law. Go and meet your husband. People, don't let him put fear on you to say, oh, they will kidnap you on the way, they will shoot they will shoot your left leg, something would happen to your left arm. No, go with him to your people. They're your people. You're married to him. They're your people. You're doing the right thing. Go to him. Insist. It is always good for you to go and see things yourself. And then when you come back, you will now deduce, you will think and see where you stand. It is very, very important because you see one huge scam about this court wedding they do in Nigeria. When you look at the people who come for this court wedding, you don't see family members of these guys. They just come with a friend or two friends. They just pose and they take picture and they're off. because the family, they don't want to be associated in it in case something happens. And one thing Nigerians are always trying to avoid is problems with the police. So the family would just like, okay, you've seen this woman, you want to use her to like get paper to travel out of the country. That's your business. We're not getting in there. So if whatever happens, police come looking for you, we're not part of it. So it is very important for you to do this. Go home and meet your husband's people. So with this, guys, I hope I answered your question. Good. I can see you nodding your head. Again, guys, you can always reach me on hometruth86 at gmail.com. I repeat, hometruth86 at gmail.com for other questions. We will see ourselves with an interesting topic this week. Thank you very much. Home Truth Nigeria, peace out.